Fernando Villa and Sara Bayer, thank you so much for joining us for this conversation, and congratulations for the award with Buildings of Excellence Round 4. I wonder if we could start by having you each introduce yourself and then maybe dive into the project a little bit that just won.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes, my name is Fernando Villa. I am the design principal at Magnusson Architecture and Planning. We're very excited with this recognition. Thank you, NYSERDA. Carmen Villegas is a very special project for us because it's a very innovative design, and the idea is to build this tower in an empty parking lot right now adjacent to an existing senior building from the 2000, is a Hot 202 building. So our building is going to be 28 stories. And the way we designed the building was to try to integrate the building with the neighborhood in a way that fits, aligned with the massing in adjacent buildings, and trying to bring up some of the design, sustainable design elements like the photovoltaics and the building integrated photovoltaics to be part of the architectural design. So you can see it clearly on the massing. So it's all seniors, it's affordable housing for seniors.
Sara, could you introduce yourself and also I would love to hear more about I know that the project is moving beyond Passive House in terms of innovative features. So if you might expand upon that a little bit too.
Sure. Sara Bayer, Director of Sustainability at Magnusson Architecture and Planning. And the building also has prefabricated facade panels, the entire building, including the BIPV, and ground source heat pumps for heating, cooling, and hot water. And we're looking into whether or not it needs an air source supplement to keep the ground balanced. And we're also looking at ILFI zero carbon certification through Buildings of Excellence early phase funding.
Yeah.
To see really how close we're getting to carbon neutral with that framework.
Right, and as you are exploring these different systems, and I know just from your work and your kind of mission that you have an eye toward replicability, right, and what other projects can learn from this work. So, what are you discovering at this stage in terms of the kind of applicability of some of these systems on other projects?
Absolutely. The prefab panels are absolutely replicable if you think about them early in advance.
Yeah.
And definitely ground source as well. You need a couple of testing on site early design, but that is definitely replicable. And the state is allowing, has made, understands that more deeply and has been adjusting regulations to accommodate that.
Yeah.
So definitely, it's cost effective as well, including the Passive House design.
Yeah, fantastic. So this, you alluded to the community that's going to be served by this. So it's LGBTQ plus seniors are going to be served by this building. So could we dive in a little bit to the resiliency elements of the project and how the building will ensure comfort and air quality and in the face of some of the climate extremes that we have in our future?
Right, yeah. In terms of the population, in general, it's senior housing, but one of the partners is SAGE, and they serve LGBTQ population, so we're going to have space for them at the ground floor, and the second floor is going to be like a SAGE community center, not only for residents, but for the neighborhood around it. And they're going to be at the first two floors of the building. And from the beginning, I think we embraced the resiliency challenges because this site in the 2080s probably is going to be affected by the flood zone. So we elevated the residential lobby to the requirements that are needed to comply. And we have in the sixth floor dedicated space as our area of refuge that I think is going to be for the residents. We have 218 units, so it's a large population. But I think the idea is that between the second floor and the ground floor, which is going to be managed by SAGE, and the sixth floor resiliency area, there will be, we're trying to address the resiliency challenges. And there'll be a cooling center. We're exploring other ideas like some hydroponic small hydroponic center at the 6th floor. So we have a client that is embracing all these great ideas of resiliency.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Also, the abundant natural light in the design on each floor is, important for resiliency, and the passive house envelope providing thermal comfort for a long time, and the resiliency of the energy recovery ventilation, which should be in every one of our buildings. To control pollution and, in those kinds of events.
Well, Fernando and Sara, thank you so much for your time and congratulations on the award. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up the conversation?
Well, maybe the idea of the design being integrated to the East Harlem community was critical. Yeah. That's why you see in our design the multicolored panels in the prefabricated panels, but we wanted to address the energy and vibrancy of the neighborhood, and also Carmen Villegas, the activist, that the name is given to the building. So art is great to see art, architecture, and sustainability together in this building, which I think is something that we're very proud of.
Yeah, no, that must be very gratifying.
Yeah, it will make a lasting project and important building for the community with all those ideas combined.
Yeah.
And we really hope that this becomes a replicable process for all architects and designers and builders. If you have good examples, it's working for them. Just that takes a little bit of extra design time in the beginning, maybe for a couple of projects, and then once you have that integrated into your practice, it can become business as usual.